ladies, it's Jen. I wanted to share with you how I cover my gray roots in between salon visits. You can see I have quite a bit of gray growth there. I have clean, dry hair. I'd washed and conditioned and let my hair air dry the night before. Yes, my roots are very scary. You're going to need two things. For me, I like to take one of my husband's old t-shirts, something dark for sure, so if you do get dye on it, it's not really a big deal. And my hair color of choice is the L'Oréal Preference Creme. I get the best gray coverage out of this. I have pretty resistant grays, so I need something strong. I haven't tried all home hair color, but I've tried quite a few, and this has been the best for me. First of all, you want to brush out that crazy hair. Just make sure everything's smoothed down. I'd keep your part where you naturally part it. And I like the big kits because you get way more coverage. Here's the contents of this box. First of all is the pre-treatment cream. It's a conditioner you leave on your ends. Then we have the two components that will mix for your color. Ooh, I showed you the wrong thing. Those are the two components that you mix for the color, 1 and 2. And then number 3 is just a conditioner for afterwards when you rinse off the color. And it also comes with a folded instruction sheet. Well, you don't need that little, I don't understand whoever uses those. But anyway, there's the instruction sheet. And inside of that are your gloves. The gloves aren't the greatest, but they're fine. They'll do the job. You don't really need anything special unless they don't fit your hands for some reason. So first thing we're going to do is pop open that pre-treatment cream and work it through the ends of my hair. I'm not actually going to apply the dye to the ends of my hair. It's kind of hard to see right now, but I do have highlights and I don't want to get this dark color on my ends. But the combination of the pre-treatment cream and the post conditioner really will give you some nice, soft, smooth hair. And as I was saying, I like to buy the full kit even though I'm just doing my roots, because otherwise those root kits, you really can only do like your part and maybe part of the front. So if you wear your hair up or anything, you're totally going to have grays underneath. You won't use this whole kit, but that's fine. So now we're going to combine the color and the developer. It's easier to pop that top. You can see I'm kind of struggling with it with no gloves on. Then put the gloves on, and we're going to open up this tube. Just remove the pink top. It's sealed right now. And then when you put the cap back on, it'll punch through, and you can see there that the cream is open. And then we'll take the top off the next bottle. Squeeze the contents all the way in there. You want to get all the color out of the tube. So I had to set it down. There we go, totally empty. Put that cap back on. Make sure you cover that hole with your finger because now it's open. Shake, 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 shake. Yeah, and make sure it's really well mixed. I shook for longer than that. I just didn't make you watch me the whole time. I like to start with my color right on my part because it's going to sit there the longest, so it's going to give me the most coverage. Now, like I said, I do have resistant grays, so I leave it on the maximum amount of time. I'm going about maybe 1/2 inch to 1 inch. And I have the nozzle touching my scalp all the way from the front. I have a really gray spot there. All the way back down, I'm trying to show you. I'm squeezing all the way as I go towards the back. And I'm just working my way through. And I'm going to flip over there to the other side. Now, if you wanted to, you could take like a little Vaseline and put it around your hairline to protect your skin from getting the colorant. I've done that in the past, but I don't know. It wipes off pretty easily if you do it right away. I'll show you that in a little bit. My skin really likes to absorb dye, so you can see I'm kind of dotting it on the front hairline. Even though I wear my bangs forward, just because your hair tends to move more in the front, and I'm rubbing in right on the roots. This is always the tricky part along the hairline, and then your sideburns, just because you do tend to get it on your skin. But again, not really a big deal. You see me massaging it in there. And I'm putting extra dye right on that spot. Now I'm going to work the dye into my roots. Try not to get it on the ends, but you know what? It's okay. It works. When you massage that dye through your hair, you can feel kind of where it's saturated. It just feels damp versus dry. And you'll just see me adding more color and massaging. Now, I typically get my hair done in the salon about every 10 weeks because I really need a trim by then. So I'm usually dyeing my roots at about the 5-week mark. Yes, I'm very glamorous. Yes. And now I'm actually working kind of straight lines across the back because I went and felt the back of my head. I could tell I needed more dye back there. You know, you can't see what you're doing. It's okay. And I go with a medium brown even though my roots are dark because it does darken. And, you know, if I went with dark brown, my roots would look black, which is not what I'm looking for. The color will soften up after you wash it a few times. And so I prefer to start off airing just slightly lighter than you think you need. I'm not a professional, so you can take or leave that advice, but especially if you're like me and you have resistant grays and you're leaving the dye on the maximum, you're going to get a deeper result. Basically, the longer you leave hair dye on, the darker the color is going to get, so keep that in mind. If you're just covering your roots for growth and you don't have gray, then I wouldn't bother leaving it on for such a long time. Just do the minimum amount of required time. Again, massaging it, you really can feel on your head if you have enough. If it's your first time doing it, you might want to stand on like a dark towel. I've done this enough. It's not that big a deal. If I get it on my counter, I just wipe it off. And again, you see me touching up those sides again just to make sure I'm really getting right on the hairline there. Usually these, I ordered this kit if they were sold out, but at Target, but I ordered it online. I think it was like $8 maybe. And there are L'Oreal coupons all the time, like a few dollars off one. Oh yes, $5 off two. And they're always on sale. Now the dye has all applied to my hair. You can see I've got quite a bit left, but you can't save it. It's mixed. It will not be any good. You do want to save the gloves for sure, because when you first start rinsing your hair, you're going to have those gloves on so you don't get all that dye under your fingernails. I keep the instruction sheet sitting out flat and open, and I usually just pop the gloves, set them right there. That's me talking to Sophie, also known as my editor. You can see all that dye that I've got now that it's developing how dark that is. All I do is I have a cotton square, but if you have a cotton round, get it just damp, squeeze it out, and then just wipe it away. The tricky part is, again, trying not to wipe off the dye off the hair you want covered. But it comes off very easily, no big deal. And watch your ears. I know I tend to get it on my ears a lot, and also like around your hairline on the back of your neck. I'm just showing you here that it's, I'm going to leave it on the full root time for resistant grays, which is 40 minutes for me. Okay, the color is developed. We're back. Now it's time to rinse. And don't forget to put the gloves on. And now this is just my hair rinsed and conditioned. And you can see already when it's wet, I've got good coverage. There, I'll just give you a real close up. If If you have any questions, feel free to ask me below. I hope you found this helpful. Take care, everybody. Stay safe. Time for makeup. See you next time.